Alrighty guys, welcome to the How to Killer tutorial. Basically what I'm going to be doing today is just showing you pretty much how to play the game from my perspective. So obviously Dead by Daylight has its own tutorial, but this one I'm going to show you what a match looks like with the help of my friend D-Time. We are going to show you some little bits and pieces on uh, how to be a successful killer, I suppose. Um, Now, these are my perks. I don't mind if you hear D-Time, my perks, because it's just for the sake of the video. But the perks I've got with me today are Deerstalker. This one unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability, reveals dying survivors' auras when standing within a 36-meter range. So basically, people's auras will, I think with Deerstalker, they come up red. I'm not 100% sure, it's been a while since I played, but if someone has been hit and they're lying on the ground, then I can see where they are even if they try to crawl off. It's a very handy perk, and I use this one a lot in my loadouts when I do play killer. My next one is Dominance. So with this one, the first time each totem and each chest is interacted with by a survivor, that totem or chest is blocked by the entity for 16 seconds. The auras of blocked totems and chests are revealed to you in white. So basically, whenever a survivor goes to cleanse a totem or open a chest the first time in the trial, if it's their first time opening that one or cleansing that one, then it will be revealed to me in white and blocked by the entity. Darkness revealed. With this one, in your presence places once thought to be safe, are perhaps the most dangerous. When you search a locker, the auras of all survivors within 8 meters or any lockers are revealed to you for 8 seconds. So if you open up one of the red lockers, which I'll show you, you will see anyone that's within 8 meters of that locker. Darkness revealed has a cooldown of 30 seconds. And then my final perk is Hex 2 can play. So with this one, anytime you are stunned or blinded by any survivor 2 times, if there is no Hex totem associated with Hex 2 can play, a Toll totem becomes a Hex totem. Survivors who stun or blind you are blinded for 1.5 seconds. This does not affect carried survivors. The Hex effects persist as long as the related Hex totem is standing. So basically, when you're in the trial and you're running a Hex totem perk, there is this Hex, it's a little totem, it's like a skull and bones that has fire around it. That's how you know it's a Hex totem. Basically, the survivor's goal is to cleanse those totems, and you can see where they are on the map at all times, but survivors have to run around and look for it. So basically one of these ones is really good because if someone is, say, constantly blinding you with a flashlight, then this is like a little bit of a payback, sorry. They also get blinded when you get blinded. It's a very good perk to play. So basically I've got some aura reading perks and some Hex related perks, which is basically what I usually play. My offering for today is Putrid Oak. Calls upon the entity to considerably decrease the distance between sacrificial hooks appearing in the world. So basically with this one, all of the hooks, which I will show you what those are, where you go to hook a survivor, the distance between each hook is decreased with this offering. Now survivors do have an offering similar to this one, where they can increase the distance between sacrificial hooks. I think if a killer brings Putrid Oak and the survivor brings the survivor-oriented offering, that kind of cancels each other out so that it does nothing. Or at least that's from what I've seen, I'm not 100% sure. And then finally, my add-ons. The first one is Victim's Detailed Routine. So basically with this one, after being marked, survivors are inflicted with exhausted status effect for 5 seconds. So basically they'll run slower, they'll do everything a little bit slower just until that exhausted status effect runs out. And then Ghostface Caught on Tape. With this one, instantly recharges Night Shroud after a successful basic attack that puts a survivor into the dying state. So basically, if I manage to hit someone with my weapon and then they go into the dying state, my Night Shroud power, which is kind of where I can stalk people, is instantly recharged because usually there's a cooldown for it. But today I am playing the Ghostface with my snazzy little outfit, as you can see. So basically, yeah, D-time whenever you're ready to ready up. We can ready up and we'll play. Oh, maybe I should have chosen a map. Oh well, that's alright. Okay. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. So, of course, we are playing in a custom, so this is a controlled environment, just to show you guys how to play this one properly. Without the risk of running into any toxic survivors. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so this is the survivor one, Petrified Oak, and ours is Putrid. And then someone brought Vigo's Jar of Salty Lips. 3 guesses who. So, I usually play Ghostface when it comes to playing as killer. Just because he is one of my favourite killers. Yeah. So, you guys see all the red on these gens? These are what the survivors have to repair. I did do a video on the survivor how-to. So if you guys want to watch that one, that'll just go through how to play survivor. Now these right here are the hooks. You need to carry your survivors that you down to one of these hooks if you do not have any other means of killing them. So let's go on our hunt. So we'll go into stealth mode. And basically, oh, do you hear that? So that is the generator. Alright. So this one is a bot. Oh. So this is the risk that you run when you play, is that you get stunned. Basically this entire game is just mind gaming people, so you got to do your best to mind game. If they don't mind game you first. See? Just like that. Mind gamed me first. But then you listen. Oh, that wasn't very smart of me. It's actually quite sad that I can't outrun this, Now, the sad thing about playing against bots is that they kind of have wall hacks enabled. There we go, finally. So that's what I mean with the dying state. So see how I can see her body laying on the ground? If you don't bring Deerstalker, you can't see their body on the ground. You have to rely on... Ah. So that's what survivors can do, is that they can blind. Thank you. They can... Oh. That's the Hex Totem. Sorry, I'm coming for that booty now. Oh, that was pitiful. That was a nice fake out. That was a really nice fake out. Alright. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook. So we see this hook, we're coming up to this hook. And you see how he's kind of like struggling? Yeah? Perfect. That's our first hook. Survivors need 3 hooks to die, so you need to try and hook one person 3 times. Now we'll run away, so we'll let a bot come for them. The big thing in this game is you do not want to camp the survivor. It is not good sportsmanship if you do that. I know there's a lot of killers that will disagree. It obviously depends on your own gameplay, but it's just not a fun game if you've got a killer camping you the entire time. So if you're looking to play as killer, please don't do that. You'll have a better game if you don't. Alright, so they've already smashed down 3 gens. Wow, and we've gotten 1 hook. That's alright. Oh. Katie. Leon. Alright. So basically our goal is to kill one of these survivors. Okay, that's what we want to do. Alright. So come over to the hook. Now, survivors can try and sabotage the hook, or they can try and blind you as you're coming up, like that. It depends on how successful they are as well. So you can grab Leon from that hook if you'd like. Now, I didn't bring a Mori with me, so that's not very cash money. I'm gonna come for you now. Alright, we'll get our second hook. Alright. So basically you need to try and mind game best as you can. Oh, that was very nice. Alright. Oh, a boon. Nice. Okay, so what he's done... Oh, he flew. Alright, so what he's done here is actually really smart. So he's tried to go to the corner of the map, right? And that's a really good strategy as a survivor, because you're further away from hooks. Alright, so see how these claws have come up around his hook? That means he's on his second stage, which means if he gets unhooked and then placed back on that hook one more time, he will die. Now there is, from what I heard, there is a perk that can counteract that. That can, if you want, can take 1 hook off of someone's health state, which is really, really handy, but yeah. Very, very good stuff. Alright, so hook this Leon. Now, I really wish I brought a Mori so I could show you how that works. But basically, your entire goal is to make sure that all of the survivors have been hooked and that they die on hook. If, like me, you can't get them finished, like can't hook them all in time before endgame, or before all the gens are finished, you can bring a different... Oh, how did that... Okay. You can bring a perk that does allow you to have like a sort of advantage if you're just not, like, if you're not used to playing the game. It's called No One Escapes Death, or NOED for short. Basically, it just makes everyone, like, one hit, for lack of a better word. Unless they've changed it since I last played. But basically it makes everyone exposed until that hex totem... we're going to be here for a while. Alright. Moving on. Until that hex totem is cleansed. Now, there's a lot of iffiness about running NOED. A lot of people are quite mean when it comes to people running it. Like, if you're a very well established player as a killer, and you know how to play, it's generally, you don't really need NOED, if that makes sense. But if you're a baby, it's okay. Where'd you go? Oh. But yeah, basically, run it if you're new to the game. That's perfectly fine. But if you know how to play the game, you've been playing for a long time, you're generally more likely to get angry survivors that will sort of harass you for playing it. But yeah. Come here, Leon. Okay. Awesome. Alright. Oh. You didn't see that. Alright. So I believe that means Leon is on his third hook. Yep. So that is the death animation. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright. So if you see those peachy coloured icons, that is the gate. So survivors can open these to escape if they don't already find the hatch. There is still a Kate in this map. So yeah, basically the whole point of the game is just run around, find the survivors, and kill them before endgame collapse. But there are there are some thank you very much for your service. There are some other perks that you can bring. Aww, sweet of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. There are some perks that you can bring to sort of help it along. So obviously you can bring NOED, or you can also bring Blood Warden, which if someone is hooked before the exit gates are opened in the endgame, it blocks this part. So it basically shows this, but for the survivors. So they can't get through until the timer runs out, which gives you more time in the game as well. But yeah, that was my sort of tutorial on how to play Killer. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the description down below. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. I'll record some other gameplay, I'm sure, of Dead by Daylight on whatever other topic I find interesting. Maybe secret locations in Dead by Daylight. There's a couple. Or like Easter eggs. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Stay safe.